We round out our look at the NFC South with the Carolina Panthers, 5-12 in 2021. Their passing leader was Sam Darnold, just over 2,500 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He was the QB 28. Your leading rusher, Chuba Hubbard. Of course, Christian McCaffrey was banged up for much of last year, but Hubbard 612 yards on the ground with the RB 36. And DJ Moore, your receiving leader, 93 catches, 1,157 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns, a wide receiver 18. So the quarterback competition is closed in Carolina. Matt Rule making the announcement earlier in the week that Baker Mayfield is going to be the starter. Not a huge surprise. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week. No one's drafting Baker Mayfield to be their QB1. I don't know if a lot of people are drafting Baker Mayfield to be their QB2, but maybe. For you, what has to happen for you to consider taking Baker Mayfield off the draft board?
It probably has to be a super flex league to get him as like your third quarterback or something like that. Or maybe I just completely missed the QB2 run and I'm like, oh my God, everyone has been drafted. I need Baker Mayfield. But even more than that, Marcus, you just reminded me of what Sam Darnold's numbers were last year. And I'm like, why was this even a competition? Like Baker Mayfield with one good shoulder was better than Sam Darnold was last year. But Baker Mayfield, I think, has some upside, but I think he's one of those guys, Marcus, where much better in real life for the Carolina Panthers than for your fantasy team.
He's definitely a step up over Sam Darnold. I went into last year saying, look, Darnold has an opportunity. If it doesn't work out for him there, then it's sort of on him. And I think at this point it kind of is on Sam Darnold. We know who Baker Mayfield is. We've seen him at this point. But he does have an opportunity to sort of, I think, solidify the guys around him. I don't know that I feel differently about a DJ Moore or, say, a Robbie Anderson or even a Christian McCaffrey, but I feel a little bit more confident in what their floors are with Baker Mayfield than I would have with Sam Darnold. So I guess if there's any benefit, that's what it is, but I have zero intention of drafting Baker Mayfield really anywhere.
Same.
I will say though, I know you've seen the tweet, the wheel of Baker Mayfield, which is like the play poorly. Oh, it's like it's play well, followed by like playing poorly, followed by getting criticized, followed by talking trash on an opponent, followed by beating a mediocre to inferior opponent, and the wheel sort of goes around.
I feel like Baker Mayfield should hire. They live in Carolina. He should hire like Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan used to just make up narratives to inspire himself, and I feel like Baker needs that play well.
I mean, just memes of Baker Mayfield and then I took that personally.
My favorite thing about the Jordan doc was there was a whole story, and at the end, Jordan was like, "That never happened."
That never happened. I just totally made it up. I totally made it up. Which, if I'm the other guy on the end of that, I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me.
He took Charles Barkley out for dinner one night, and Charles was like, "We're friends," and MJ was like, "No, I just didn't want him to go hard against me the next day." Like this is so.
So maybe you're right. Maybe Baker could take a page out of MJ's book and use that to motivate him coming up this season. Christian McCaffrey has kind of very quietly slid back into being the number one pick in a lot of leagues. It's between him and Jonathan Taylor in a lot of leagues for who should be the number one overall pick. Obviously, there is reason to be concerned. He's played 10 games total in the last 2 seasons. I think if you're drafting McCaffrey number one, it makes sense to go out and get somebody behind him. Now, if you look at the Panthers depth chart, the players listed as the RB2, Deontay Foreman, it's Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard, as I mentioned, was the rushing leader last year. If you are looking to handcuff McCaffrey, who's the guy you're going after?
I would go with Deontay Foreman just because I think that if something happens to McCaffrey, I think we're going to get a split. And Foreman, to me, looks like the one that's going to get the goal line work. And, I mean, last year on the Titans, when he was out there, it was like, is that Derrick Henry? Oh, no, it's slightly smaller Derrick Henry. But I hope that none of this matters because just watching Christian McCaffrey in training camp, I'm getting hyped because the guy is that good. We just haven't seen him. The one caveat on Christian McCaffrey that I don't think people are bringing up, Marcus, is what if to keep him healthy, they use the Giants' Deontay Foreman near the goal line instead of a Christian McCaffrey?
I think that is something to be concerned about, but I would say the counter to that is Matt Rule's trying to keep his job.
That is true.
And Christian McCaffrey is hands down the best player, certainly the best offensive player, probably the best player they have on that team, which means for Matt Rule, if he has any ounce of self-preservation in him, they're going to use McCaffrey very heavily the way they have before. So I think if it were anybody else, if the Panthers were a team that were, they felt like they had a shot at the playoffs and they just wanted to keep McCaffrey healthy until January, I could see that happening. Matt Rule wants to make sure he's still employed this time next year.
Have you noticed that like the Panthers have become like on fantasy Twitter at least like a trendy? They could make the playoffs this year.
Oh no, I've missed this.
I don't see it, but I've seen a couple of people, more than a couple, picking them.
I mean, I guess when you look at the rest of the division, I guess the Bucs still are hands down the best team in the NFC South, but the Saints have questions. The Falcons are still building. I guess in that respect, but I'm not buying into that narrative yet. So we'll see. All right, so let's wrap this up. The first Panther drafted, I'm pretty sure I know who that's going to be. A Super Panther and a Panther to avoid.
First player drafted, Baker Mayfield. No, it's clearly Christian McCaffrey, who, like you said, is a top 2 pick with Jonathan Taylor. Sleeper, I think that Terrace Marshall Jr. maybe, because this is a team that is after it's like McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and then it could be either Marshall or Robbie Anderson. I'll go with the younger Marshall and just hope, because I was very excited about him coming out of college. Player to avoid, man, it's all of them. You want Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore, and that's about it for me in fantasy. After that, there's not really many Panthers. I'm like, I need this guy on my team.
Yeah, McCaffrey, obviously the first pick. He very well could be the first overall pick in your league, depending on how things go. I will lean toward Robbie Anderson now that he and Sir Purr are like buds. Maybe that helps him a little bit. And he's changed his name. He's Robbie with an IE as opposed to Robbie with a Y. So maybe that changes things a little bit. I don't know. It's a lot. There's just not a lot in Carolina to get excited about. So I think that the player to avoid could be really anybody that's not that's not McCaffrey. Anybody that's not McCaffrey. I'm glad they got a laugh from the specialist. It's not McCaffrey. If it's not DJ Moore, it's sort of easy to avoid Panthers. By the way, Panthers do have a Michael Jordan on their roster. He's a backup offensive lineman.
This guy needs to just make up narratives to hype up Baker Mayfield.
Absolutely. He can just say, hey, Michael Jordan. I was talking to Michael Jordan yesterday, and he told me that the Browns were talking trash about me.
How many yards and touchdowns? Because there's no narrative needed for Week 1. How many yards and touchdowns in that game alone against the Browns do you think Baker throws for?
Honestly, I think he's gonna get hyped up, but I think it's gonna be a typical Baker game where it's like 250 and 2 touchdowns and a pick or something like that. It's gonna be kind of mad.
I'm hoping he goes for 404, but I agree with you.
It's at some point, and you are who you was when you got here. That's who it is. That's who Baker Mayfield is. So there it is. That is our look at the NFC South. Of course, we will keep this rolling into next week. We will take a look at the NFC North. We'll also have some more of Michael F. Lorio's player rankings. We'll dive into a couple positions of that next week as well. In the meantime, that'll do it for this edition of the NFL Fantasy Football Show. Stay happy, safe, and healthy. Do good and live well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. Enjoy the weekend. Preseason week 3, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.